top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go.
Here we go. Hey guys, welcome back to the Alex and Smooth Show. Smooth just had his baby, so we want to say congratulations to Smooth on his new baby boy. And we have a special guest. Adrian's here. Say what's up.
What's up, you guys? How's it going?
Hey, man. So I know you're a little nervous.
A little bit for the time.
So how you been? Tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
My name's Adrian, a.k.a. Big Head. Big Head Cuts. Doing pretty good. The cut hair. Barber, you know, been doing it for 10 years. Known my boy here, Alex, since I was a little kid. And like
pretty much, yeah. We grew up together. Actually, you were my neighbor when we were kids.
Next door neighbor since like fat days. So yeah.
And also you're a MMA fan, so
I love MMA.
Obviously, so we're here to talk about some MMA news, some current events. So let's get the ball rolling, man. All right, so MMA Uncensored said Disney will raise prices of UFC broadcast partner ESPN Plus by 43% from $6.99 to $9.99 monthly. UFC pay-per-views are additionally $74 per event, totaling $1,019.86 per year now. So it's going to cost a little bit of money to be a UFC fan now.
That's kind of crazy right there.
Inflation, bro.
Inflation. I mean, it's a real thing, but that's a lot. That's a lot. You're already paying for the monthly membership, but hey, it's Disney, man.
I know, man. They're trying to nickel and dime us right now.
Yeah.
But to get into some serious news, man, we have some Cain Velasquez news. I don't know if you've been keeping up what's happening with him.
Oh yeah. Didn't get pro, right?
Yeah, they denied his permission. But let's go into what MMA Uncensored said. He said former UFC champ Cain Velasquez attorney has challenged judges' denial for bail and makes mention of possible CTE. A 200-page document requests immediate release from jail. # Free Cain.
Free Cain, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a tough situation because, you know, as a father, that's one of the things I'm like, I see why that situation happened. And for the attacker of the victims, it just, how did he get away with just no bail? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro. Like that's it throws a lot. I don't like getting political or anything, but
we're not gonna get political here. Yeah. It's just, you know, we're trying to see it from a different perspective. Obviously, we're both MMA fans, and Cain Velasquez. I mean, especially me growing up,
father,
yeah, especially him as, you know, one of the first Mexican champions, a heavyweight champion. You know, always ride with Cain, and it was kind of tough to see him in this situation, especially knowing his character, I guess, for so long. You know, this was so out of character for him. But I mean, if you see it from the outside, you know, any father would probably do the same out of rage. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Usually fathers won't hesitate on something like that.
Yeah, no.
It's very understandable why he reacted the way he did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy. But also, MMA Uncensored said Dana White, Khabib Nurmagomedov, and Yair Rodriguez letters revealed in Cain Velasquez murder case. Judge Brown has rejected Cain Velasquez's offer to post $1 million bail and conditions such as in-person monitoring and outpatient treatment. So Dana White had actually wrote a letter, and we got the letter if you want to read that. But essentially saying that, you know, speaking on Cain Velasquez's character, especially how long Dana White has known him. And this is a little bit of what he said. Do you want to read this?
From the top?
Yeah.
To the Honorable Judge of the Santa Clara Superior Court, I write this reference in full knowledge of Cain Velasquez's current charges of attempted murder and assault. I was stunned to learn of these charges against him, as they are completely out of character for the man I was proud to say was a two-time UFC heavyweight champion. I have known Mr. Velasquez for more than 15 years, and during this time as an active athlete with the UFC, he represented our company with dignity and always treated others with respect. He was a model example of how a professional athlete should carry himself, projecting a positive image to the UFC's fan base. Mr. Velasquez was extremely professional and went above and beyond to make a connection with our fans and promote the sport of mixed martial arts, not only as an entertainment product, but also as a character-building discipline. As a Mexican-American, Mr. Velasquez was proud of his heritage and never passed up the opportunity to visit Mexico on behalf of our company and demonstrate his gratitude to the Mexican fans for their support. People who know him best describe him as a humble, soft-spoken man who was very much dedicated to his family, including his wife and his 2 children. If given the opportunity, I'm sure Mr. Velasquez would like nothing more to return to his family and continue to make a positive impact on his community. I sincerely ask that you take into consideration as you adjudicate next steps in his process concerning Mr. Velasquez. If you wished for me to confirm any of the above, please do not hesitate to contact me. Sincerely, Dana White.
Yes, man. It's honorable, man. I love that Dana White's going out for a fighter that who has fought for him, and it just I feel like it adds more to Cain Velasquez. Like, dude, this is something that happened. A split of a second. I get it. I get what he did was not right, but when you're in that mindset, it's kind of like you're not thinking clearly. Right.
Exactly. Especially as him being a father, you hear the first thing that happens to your child, you're going to snap.
Exactly. I mean? Yeah, man. Well, we don't want to get too dark here on the podcast, so let's keep it a little light. So we're going to move on to some Jake Paul versus Hasim Raham Jr. News. Did you see this last week? Tommy Fury got pulled out.
Yeah, injury, right?
No, it wasn't injury. I think it had to do with like a visa issue.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He couldn't come here to the States, and obviously they're fighting in Madison Square Garden. It's a short notice fight for Jake Paul as well, but this is his opponent, and this is a quote unquote the first official boxer he's fighting.
Closest thing to it, right?
Closest. Well, he is an official boxer. Yeah. But it was just one of those events where it's all on Jake Paul. But also, did you see Jake Paul got injured?
Did he?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No.
All right, so I got a little clip here, and I want you to react with me. And let me know what you think, man.
All right, Jake, I'm filming.
So, guys, I'm in the hospital. I had an accident. I'm still going to be able to fight August 6th, so get your tickets at msg.com before they sell out. But I broke my back. Carrying the promotion for this event. It's broken.
Oh, Jake, you good?
Nurse!
Jake,
Nurse, more morphine!
Oh, my God.
I broke my back carrying the last 5 fights promotion. My opponents never sell shit. It hurts! These motherfuckers never sell shit! I couldn't sell a pen to a writer!
I like the reference to Wolf of Wall Street right there.
Yeah, you have to respect Jake Paul and his promotion. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's true. He for all his fight, even the Tyron Woodley stuff, like he's the one who's selling it.
Yeah.
And it's just funny that he made this video. I mean, I loved it. Yeah. Because he's the one who's selling this fight, and the only reason you want to see it is because
you want to see him get knocked out.
That too, but me personally, I want to see him win this fight because there's a big mega fight potential later on if he does win this fight.
With who?
With Nate Diaz, but we'll get into that later. But still adding to a little lighthearted news. Did you see? This challenge that's going around lately? There's a tortilla challenge. Yes. So here's a clip of Kevin Hart doing the tortilla challenge with The Rock because they're promoting their superhero animated film right now.
Yeah, the dogs.
Yes. Look at.
We've seen the kids playing this game where they snipe each other these days.
Yeah, they're doing a little pre-river challenge.
I'm always gonna do this.
Yeah, good luck, man. I was like, I can't do that. You can?
I don't think I can find anybody.
No. That's too much. What? You're like
how are you supposed to hold it?
You gotta hold it in the back so it's all tortilla.
Here, that's it. Like that.
Yeah, like that. Don't fucking knock me out.
No, I'm not. Don't use your hand. Fuck around and put your whole hand back there.
Should I wet my
You can tell Kevin Hart where to put little fingers back there.
Here we go.
So what is it? They have to play paper, rock, scissors and see who wins?
Honestly, I want to do this, man.
Shoot, we could get some tortillas, bro, in the next episode. Look at Kevin Hart. Oh, you can tell the Rock got pissed right there.
Oh, yeah. He might I want to see what he does at it, though.
You got the second time. I feel like that would sting more than anything, you know?
Dude, his Rochambeau skills aren't that good, man.
Dude, that tortilla was folded in half on that second one.
He's got a little nice whip to it. So wait, the loser,
I win.
whoever spits out is a loser, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's the point of it.
That's what. You gotta get, cause I'm a good fucking partner. You get a smack.
He's all flinching.
I think I'd move too, man.
Go, hurry up.
You slapped the shit out of me. You were busting my eardrum.
Well, that's just trying to keep up with the generation right there.
My cheeks hurt,
Go see our
man.
movie, 29th. It comes out. Super
Honestly,
fast.
wouldn't mind
All
doing this
right,
with
good
the
shit.
Rock, though.
Good shit. Fucking eardrum.
That was a great video, man. But yeah, no, I just wanted to share that. I don't know if you saw that, and I was like, dude, this is.
I didn't get to see that one.
It was too funny. It was going around social media quite a bit, so I was like, oh, let me share that. You know, just to add some lighthearted to the podcast. But we did talk about Jake Paul's next opponent, and it's potentially Nate Diaz. This is Nate Diaz's last fight. He's been, kind of making it public in the UFC that he wants to be out of the UFC already, and he had one fight on his contract left, but he felt like Dana White or the UFC was holding off on Nate Diaz or giving Nate Diaz a fight because they want to do the trilogy with Conor McGregor.
I mean, it's a benefit either way, whether he wins or loses. If he were to fight McGregor, it's a win-win for him.
It is, but you can't like wait for someone to end your career with you. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. He's only getting older. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. So Nate Diaz just wants to do big money fights, and I had predicted it was going to be Khamzat Chimaev. Me and my buddy Jason were thinking it was going to be someone else potentially, but this made the most sense right now just because there's so much hype behind Khamzat.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight, you know.
Yeah, I think
stylistically, it's gonna be a real good fight, man.
I think so. So a lot of people are saying, the UFC's quote unquote pissed. Like there's a lot of casuals saying like, oh, the UFC's pissed, so they're gonna feed Nate Diaz to the Wolves. Act like literally because Khamzat's nickname's like the Wolf.
I think the people saying that don't know who Diaz really is.
That's what I was saying.
The guy, dude, he gets beat up, but he doesn't stop coming forward.
And that's one thing where when I was thinking, I was like, wait, if they make this fight, Nate Diaz has experience in 5-round fights, right?
Oh, yeah, all day. His cardio is a monster. Dude, he's a machine.
Yeah, and Gilbert Burns and Khamzat Chimaev, that was, I believe, Khamzat's first 5-round fight.
Oh, he was going. I mean, he pushed it, but
he did
gusted, bro.
But he got tagged. He also he did get gassed, I felt, And if this fight goes to the ground, I almost feel like Nate Diaz could potentially take this fight to the ground once Khamzat gets tired and
tap him out.
Exactly, and tap him out.
He's gonna submit him. I mean, you already seen how he pushed Conor. Conor was one of the greatest strikers in my opinion. And he's a great striker when he's hungry, but
early in his career.
Yeah, he gassed out Conor in 2 rounds. Was it 2 rounds? The first fight, right?
Yeah, but and also in the first fight, Conor had moved up in weight. That was his first time.
Was it 2 weight classes, 3 weight classes?
Exactly, he moved up 2 weight classes.
And it's just like, I mean, you got to respect him for moving up on that, but it's like, bro, you're biting off too much with Diaz, and a lot of people tend to do that with them. And he took Edwards all the way,
He did, and he in the 5th round caught Edwards, and the thing is, he could have won the fight if
he did the Diaz thing, and he just went.
And he just was like, "Oh, I got you," and I'm like, "Dude, go after him."
That's the difference between Nate and Nick, bro. I think if Nick would have seen that, he's gonna
straight at him.
He's gonna straight up take him down, bro. It's like, but Nate, he's a little.
He's a showman.
He's a little bit of a showboat sometimes, but he's a great fighter, bro.
But so the plan is Khamzat wants to have this fight, pretty much retire Nate Diaz. How great this would be if Nate Diaz won and just dips out and has the biggest fight with Jake Paul.
I can still honestly I can see him beating Jake Paul in a boxing.
I can see that too.
His boxing is the Diaz brothers boxing is one of the best in US in MMA.
Yeah. And Nate Diaz trains boxing mainly. He's also a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So this is I feel like they're writing Nate Diaz off, and you can tell by the odds right now. They have Khamzat as a minus 1100 and Nate Diaz as a plus 775 right now.
Honestly, I will take those odds. I would put money on Diaz.
I was thinking that too.
Put money on Diaz. I mean, Khamzat's a beast. I'm not.
But he's also a prospect as well.
He's a prospect. The best fighter he's fought so far is Burns, right?
Exactly.
That's the best fighter. The fight he had. I mean, we're gonna see what he does with Diaz, but I mean, I think Diaz is can maul him, has the potential of mauling him on the ground, bro.
I do believe so too. If I don't, unless if Khamzat is able to go in there and knock Nate Diaz out, which no one has ever been able to knock him out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting, and to have Nate Diaz as a plus 775, it almost gives me a vibe of like Pena versus Nunez.
Oh, yeah.
When everyone was like, oh, they have no chance, and I'm like, dude, the MMA guys are gonna be like, oh, what'd you say?
It takes one hit, dude. It takes
one hit, man. And I feel Nate Diaz is probably gonna push him up against the fence, hold him there, and maybe try to take him down. Because if Khamzat rushes in there and Nate Diaz and tries to take him down, now you're on the ground with a black belt. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, he's well-rounded. Honestly, in my opinion, Diaz, when he's in his prime, is one of the greatest to do it.
Yeah, so me personally, I am rooting for Nate Diaz.
Same here.
And I hope he wins because this is going to be crazy. That makes the fight with Jake Paul even bigger.
I want to see a few Stockton slaps in there,
Yeah, but what did Khamzat say right here?
I'm going to handle Nate Diaz's funeral with the UFC. Oh my God, he's a little cocky right there, huh?
Dude.
He's getting a little big-headed. I mean, I like Chimaev, but bro, you gotta show respect to the vet.
You got to.
You have to show respect to the vet.
The only thing, so they're fighting. I believe this is in Las Vegas. Yeah, September 10th, Las Vegas. All right, good, because I was getting nervous if this was going to be in New York because New York stopped the fight with George Masvidal because of the cut over Nate Diaz, and I'm like, everyone knows Nate Diaz is always cut up in the first round.
It's like he has, what is it called? Callus? Like callus is on his forehead. Bro.
Yeah, like it's scar tissue where it just opens up really easily.
Completely filled on that one. My bad.
It's all right, man. But speaking of Jake Paul, he says, or he tweeted, he says, better believe I'm putting money on Nate Diaz to win versus fake Khabib. Woo!
I mean, I wouldn't call Chimaev a fake Khabib.
No,
I wouldn't go that far.
But it's funny because Jake Paul had bet on Dustin Poirier when Dustin Poirier fought Conor.
I mean, I believe whoever would have fought Conor, he's gonna put his money on
the opposite opponent.
The other opponent. But I mean, like, it's because it's Jake Paul, bro. It's Jake Paul. And
he's just stirring the pot. He's just trying to, get people enticed in it.
He's a good salesman. I mean, I'd give him that. He's a great salesman. No matter how you feel about the guy.
But obviously, he wants Nate Diaz to win because
wants to get that fight.
That boxing match is going to be way bigger.
I'll have Diaz in 2 rounds.
You have Diaz in 2 rounds? Dude, I was going to say maybe in the 3rd or 4th because I feel in the first round, Khamzat's probably going to...
Oh, no, I was talking about the Jake Paul fight.
Oh,
no, with the Chimaev fight, I think that can go all 5 rounds.
I could totally see it going 5 rounds. If I'm going with Nate Diaz, I don't know why I'm getting a feeling it's going to be in the 3rd or 4th, right when before the second win hits Khamzat. Because right when he's tired and he gets taken down, I feel like Nate Diaz can get the submission.
He'll get his back.
100%.
Get his back, yeah.
Yes. So, let's talk about some fight news that got announced. Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev.
Dude, honestly, I don't know how I feel about this matchup.
What?
I mean, Islam's a beast, dude. Islam's a beast, but I feel like they gave him this fight too soon. Who has he beat in the top 10?
I was thinking the same thing.
Who has he beat? I mean, he got his name thrown up to I feel like social media threw his name up there and Khabib vouching for him.
Like Khabib's prodigy, yes. And it's I feel like Charles Oliveira is always getting written off in every single fight.
I'm so riding with Oliveira on this fight, bro.
I'm getting the same thing.
Riding with him. It's just I don't believe Islam deserves this fight.
And they're fighting for the vacant title, the vacant lightweight.
We all know who the champion is.
Exactly.
We all know who it is.
Dude, talk about a little about that because I felt so bad for him because I felt like someone, if I remember correctly, someone messed with the scales of the weight, and he came in a half a pound.
It was
under.
5, yeah.
It was like maybe 0.5.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, to run that again? Like, run.
Because the scale in the back was good, right? He
Exactly.
made weight at the scale in the back. And as soon as he came up, it was 0.5.
Exactly. So I definitely feel bad for him. He's definitely
He's a champ, bro.
Yeah, he's a champ. Everyone knows that he's a champ.
The way he just went to town in that match, bro, it was just ridiculous.
I mean, how do you see Islam winning this fight? Because striking, I would give it to Charles Oliveira. Currently, right now, because the distance.
Oh, his strike, dude. Oliveira's striking has come a long way since he's been on this win streak. I mean, in his losing streak, he wasn't half bad either. But I mean, his career just hit that second.
Win, you know what's funny? Every fight he gets into, the first round, it looks like he's going to lose.
Oh, Poirier,
and not only that, with Michael Chandler when he got rocked,
God,
I was like, oh, it's over for Charles Oliveira.
Last one he got rocked too, right? In the first round,
Yep. And he, he came back, fought adversity, and and just dominated the second round after.
Dude, he's a true champ. Honestly, I'm one of the biggest Conor fans, but Oliveira is one of the greatest champs to do it.
Yeah,
his come up was amazing.
Yeah,
I don't see Islam winning it unless it's ground and pound.
You think so?
That's the only way Islam wins.
And that's the other thing. You're going against one of the greatest black belts, and he has the most submission wins. Charles Oliveira does.
He likes to stay on his back.
Exactly. So
he welcomes it.
So I'm like, if you're going to try and take him down, you got to realize you're going with one of the best on the ground. Obviously, Islam thinks he's one of the best as well. So
I think Islam is just stronger.
You think so?
I think he's just strong. I think that's all he has. It's maybe like brute force versus just tactics, bro. Like, and Charles Oliveira, what was it that precision over power?
Oh, you're trying to get that Conor McGregor quote?
What was it?
It's precision beats speed, and I don't know.
I mean, it's true. He worked with Aldo. Mendez. I mean, look what he's been doing. He gets his second win in the second round. He gets Poirier, taps him out. Chandler taps him out.
Oh man,
no, he didn't tap out Chandler, did he?
No, he knocked him out. Right? Yeah. It was a knockout.
Knockout. And then Gaethje, dude. Oh my god, just the way he
put him to, like pretty much put him to sleep.
Yeah.
Or like,
I mean, Gaethje's not going to be the type to tap. Usually,
bro.
He'd rather go to sleep, but.
Man,
I don't understand how people can count out Oliveira. I don't see how they do it.
But this UFC 280 card on October 22nd, it is stacked, dude. Did you see all the other fights that they've been adding onto this?
It's another championship fight in there too.
Oh, yes. But let's get into what's something that Charles Oliveira said.
Let me read this one.
Yes.
Want to start the fight on the ground? I'll start playing guard. It won't make any difference to me. Every guy Islam fought for are strikers who were afraid of getting taken down. I'm not afraid of getting taken down. Islam has a lot to worry about. What's he going to do? I have no weight over me. Nothing. I'm 100% at what he does best. I have the record for most submissions in UFC history, and I have firepower in my hands. You know what? I seen that earlier, and I liked it. Dude.
Yeah.
I loved every.
He's speaking truth, man.
He's speaking it. He's not lying.
Yeah. Let's go into some of the fights that got added to this card. I mean, this card is stacked. We have
Muhammad, dude.
Muhammad versus Brady, and for a welterweight bout. Muhammad had to pull out recently for a fight, right? It was like for an eye poke or something.
Yeah. Who was he calling out though? He was calling out somebody for the belt, right?
Well, he was trying to get Charles, but I don't think he was going to be ready.
No, I think he deserved that fight more than Islam, bro. I mean,
with Islam, you have the name.
That's all it is pretty much name, bro, and the hype train behind him.
Yeah,
Islam's a beast. Don't get me wrong. He can fight, but I just wish he would have fought more top 10 before going for a title bout. Yeah,
well, I mean, we're gonna see if he's ready for the title.
Yeah, I mean, if he does, I feel like it's another Khabib thing. Who did Khabib beat for the belt? Alaquinta. Yeah, I mean, and
that's because Tony Ferguson got pulled for that fight for like, I don't know, the fourth
before
time.
That, it was because Khabib couldn't make weight.
Yeah,
Ferguson. I mean, Khabib's greatest fight was McGregor and Poirier. Those were his greatest fights. Those are the greatest fighters he beat.
Yeah, no, he's had some other ones as well.
I mean, I don't really. I mean,
you're not a big Khabib fan.
I mean, dude, I respect Khabib in so many ways. His ground and pound is the greatest.
We're gonna go to like a fight event. He's like, "What'd you say about me, man?"
Oh, no, dude, I love. He's gonna smack me like, yeah.
He's gonna fly out of nowhere like an eagle.
Nah, man, no, I respect Khabib. He's a great fighter, but I don't think he's beat. I mean, it's like another Islam. It's just like, who has he beat in the top 10 besides Poirier, McGregor,
Alaquinta?
Was he top 10 when he fought him?
Alaquinta, yeah.
I always pronounce it wrong.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. But
Sounds like I'm hating on Khabib, bro. But I'm really not. I'm really not. I like Khabib. Don't get me wrong. I like Khabib. He's a great fighter. His ground and pound is untouchable as well too.
yeah, man. So let's move on to this other fight that got announced: Dariush versus Gamrot, added to UFC 280. Gamrot just came off the impressive win, and Dariush, I believe he's coming off like a surgery or like an injury or something like that.
You're riding with Gamrot?
You know what? Dariush is really, really good. I feel like people are underestimating him. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think they're underestimating him, but you know, Gamrot just had that crazy good fight on at the Apex, and you know what? I don't know if Dariush is getting up there, but I do feel like Dariush is. I would pick him as a favorite.
I feel like if Gamrot rides in with that energy, like, you know, he's rolling off with that energy from his last one, I feel like he can take it.
Well, he tried to call out Wonder Boy Thompson, but you know they didn't give it to him. Obviously, I think Dariush is the harder fight.
Yeah, it's a harder fight for sure. But I mean, Wonder Boy is already towards, you know.
Do you think so?
I mean, I don't think he's bad. He's still good, but
you think he's past his prime?
Yeah, I mean, no, he's still knocking people out, but he's not in his prime.
Yeah,
his prime was when he was going against Woodley and all these other guys.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. He did get knocked out by
Was it
Showtime Pettis, Anthony Pettis?
Yeah, and then didn't he knocked out what's his name? The one the Miami Street Judas or Jesus? I always forget his name.
George Masvidal?
Yeah, he knocked out Masvidal, right?
I don't remember that, man.
Yeah, I
mean that might have been right before the Darren Till fight because you know.
I remember him knocking Darren Till out.
Yeah, because that's when he started getting, you know, Masvidal was getting his he was getting really noticed.
Yeah.
For knocking out people. So, yeah, man, I don't know who's going to win that fight, but that should be a good fight. But also on that card, which I thought this was kind of a weird one, Peter Yan versus Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Not that it's like weird. I just feel like with the Munoz fight,
I feel like they should have ran it back.
That's what I was thinking too, because I feel like you just broke the top 10.
Yeah,
and now you're getting number 2
to set you up for a title.
Former
fight
champion.
Yeah, and it's just like you were already in your eyes, you're dominating Munoz. I can't pronounce it, but
yeah,
and it gets the fights. It's canceled because of an eye poke.
And that's another thing. Is it me? Because I felt like Sean O'Malley wasn't really dominating that fight. I felt like it could have gone his way, but Pedro Munoz, I felt like he was landing the leg kicks.
He was landing kicks, but
that's what I'm saying. I'm like
punches throwing, they weren't really all there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I just felt, you know, I didn't think he was trying to look for a way out. You know, it did look weird on camera.
Yeah, on camera.
It looked like it was barely grazing, but obviously, you know.
And with commentating, it kind of throws it off. It shows a different story sometimes.
It is. So,
but I mean, I feel like they should have ran that back, right?
I thought so, because I mean, you have a storyline there. You know, you already have prepared for this specific fighter. You can essentially prepare again and, you know, dominate that fight like the way you were saying. But to jump all the way to like potential number 2,
exactly, and you're going against a beast in Yan.
And not only, well, so this is the thing with Yan. A lot of people are saying that, you know, he usually takes the first round off. This is a 3-round fight. Obviously, it's not for a title or anything. So. But Peter Yan has vicious leg kicks. And that was one thing that's kind of like a lot of people are saying that, I want to say that's Sean O'Malley's kryptonite, how would I say that fight with Marlon Vera.
Oh, yeah.
When, you know, he was able to stop Sean O'Malley with the leg kicks. I mean, Peter Yan's going to be kicking the crap out of your legs.
Yeah, dude. I mean, stylistically, it's not ideal for O'Malley. He should have gone back to Munoz. Sorry about that, man.
Munoz,
yeah. But Yan, dude, I mean, he just got beat by Sterling. He's going to want to come back in.
Yeah.
With some fire behind him.
Yeah, exactly. And, if it was me, if I'm the UFC or if I'm working in there, I would have probably pitched Cody Garbrandt, because they have a storyline.
Oh, yeah. There's some beef there, right?
There's some beef there. It's, you know, you get a big name, and I don't, obviously, you know, Cody Garbrandt has been getting, he's got knocked out his last few fights.
After losing the belt,
but you have a storyline. You can sell that fight pretty easily. You don't have someone as crazy as like the number 2, especially jumping from where he was at last month. Yeah, he was ranked 14.
Yeah, and
to jump all the way up
in the top 10.
Yeah, they're fast tracking him pretty quickly.
They're forcing it. They're pushing it. But I mean, they could have gone left field and gave him Cejudo after the call out on the backstage in the interviews.
How about I don't know. Well, I know
he's retired, but
I was gonna say Jose Aldo, but Jose Aldo went down to 135. So,
I mean, I could see if that fight happened, I could still see Aldo winning that one.
You think so?
I think so. I mean,
I think I don't know.
Leg kicks, Aldo's pretty amazing at leg kicks.
Yeah, but Aldo's a little bit.
Oh, he's a
little bit older.
Yeah, he's older, but
I just feel like that would have been a better matchup than Peter Yan. Peter Yan is still in his freaking prime, man, and that Aljamain Sterling fight, it could have gone to Peter Yan, man.
Yeah, it really could have. I mean, the first one, ridiculous. Second one, like we won't even get into the disqualification on that one. But the second one, it was.
Yeah, I feel like everyone was kind of hesitating, and then there was just some action. But Aljamain Sterling did dominate the ground because he was getting Peter Yan's back pretty easily. And Sean O'Malley is not really known for like grappling for for his jiu-jitsu. He's mainly known for his striking. So. Yeah. I'm curious how this fight's going to go. I feel like someone's going to get knocked out, to be honest.
I feel like Yan gets it in 2.
You think so?
I think so. I mean, you said he's not, he's not a first-round fighter, but
yeah,
he wants to go back for that title. He's going to have to earn it,
Yeah, definitely, man. And, let's talk about the co-main event of that event. Aljamain Sterling versus T.J. Dillashaw.
I'm excited for that one. I'm excited. I'm riding with Dillashaw.
I'm riding
with Dillashaw, man. I want to see a comeback story for him.
Oh man, that's tough because obviously everyone knows what happened with T.J. Dillashaw. Yeah. He owned up to it. I don't think we don't need to go crucify him for what he did. But I just feel like it's just I don't know if he's been out for such a long time. I don't know if he's gonna have quote unquote ring rust. I doubt it, but. He's been out of the game for a long time.
But he's been a fighter in the game for a while now. So I'm pretty sure. Ring rust, if it was an issue, I feel like he'd kind of brush it off pretty quick.
Yeah, but not only that. Like I don't know if you ever noticed this when you grew up in a certain era, and then you have a new wave of fighters coming in.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. This is his first fight back, T.J. Dillashaw's first fight back. But I feel like T.J. Dillashaw was in a different era. I felt like that was
most definitely.
But I could be talking out of my butt right now.
No. You see it all the time. Like, let's just say heavyweights. John Jones, he was.
But John Jones had. Let's be real. He's never really lost a fight ever.
There was one or two fights I could have.
He only has that one, and he lost by disqualification.
Yeah, 12 there's to 6, wins that were questionable there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
But he is the GOAT. No matter what he's done out of the ring, John Jones is the GOAT.
I bet my boy Jason's like, he's a big John Jones fan. He's like, what is that guy talking about?
Dude, honestly, John Jones is the pound for pound greatest to do it.
Yeah, he is.
I love John Jones, man.
But T.J. Dillashaw came in when it was like when the WEC got bought out, and there was a kind of like
when Faber brought him up, right?
Yeah, Faber era. I don't know if this is still his era. I don't know
if he can keep it off the ground. I can see Dillashaw getting it.
Oh, that'll be interesting because I would love to see a striking match, which I hope this fight becomes a striking match
because his striking is good and he can eat those punches, dude. If he was eating them from Garbrandt, Sterling's not that good of a striker. We already know what what Dillashaw was on, but what happened with that? But he was still eating those strikes.
Yeah. We don't know, man. He's been out for such a long time. How long has it been? What, 3 years?
Yeah. His suspension was 2 years?
Yeah.
And then he have an injury after that? Or?
No, I think it was just a suspension and then training as well. I don't know. I'm excited to see T.J. Dillashaw's return. I don't know where he's at. I'm excited though, but he's getting a title fight on his returning fight.
First fight back. I'm excited, man.
Woo! But man, all right. So let's get into the fights that are happening this weekend. Actually, by the time you see this, it's going to be today. Yeah. So we're going to upload it on Saturday. So the fights that are happening, headline by Curtis Blades versus Aspinall. And they're fighting in London. at the O2 Arena, and Curtis Blades. If it's not Derek Lewis or Francis Ngannou, he's usually the favorite for me, man.
Yeah,
he's usually the favorite for me. But Aspinall has been
pretty on point.
Aspinall has been looking great as well.
I mean, like I said, it's experience versus
you
know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So I mean, I'm going with Blades on this one, bro.
Yeah, I would favor Blades. We'll get into the odds right now, but I mean they are fighting in London. Judging. Judging could play a factor. I hope
Judges do kind of sway fights the opposite way if it goes to decision. But
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Blades might knock him out.
I can see that definitely, or out wrestling him.
Yeah, I mean, Blades is good, bro. I mean, he's pretty rounded, but like you said, if it's not Ngannou, Derek Lewis,
yeah,
he's pretty much the favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. It's funny because he was poking shots at John Jones this week.
That was hilarious.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. John Jones' responses were on point. I'm sorry, that had me dying.
The co-main event: Hermansson versus Curtis, and this is Hermansson's. This is a short notice fight for Curtis because initially it was supposed to be Darren Till, and he got pulled out. He was supposed to be on Curtis's corner as far as like his fight corner. And he just felt like it wasn't appropriate because he pulled out of a fight. Now he's able to make it to the arena. He was like, you know what? I'm not going to go and corner Curtis.
Yeah.
And I'll just, watch it from a distance.
Who are you riding with on this one?
I feel like Hermansson has, you know what? When it's short notice fight, I usually go with the fighter who's actually been preparing for the fight. And not to count Curtis out. I mean, he's phenomenal. I just feel like I usually just kind of lean over to the person who's been training specifically for this date, for this fight, and has, but it usually doesn't matter because he was training for somebody else with a completely different style.
I love the underdog, so I'm going to ride with Curtis on that one.
You're going to ride with Curtis?
I'm going to ride with Curtis.
Shoot.
I always like rooting for the underdogs.
Shoot, man. That would be phenomenal. But dude, we have so many great fights happening this weekend.
Fun weekend.
Paul Craig versus Volkan Ozdemir. Did you see the face-offs?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God. Paul Craig and Volkan Ozdemir, they went head first, and Paul Craig has that Braveheart paint on his face. So he went up to Volkan and got in his face. They had to break it up, and it was pretty intense. But I am surprised that they have Paul Craig as underdog on this one. A slight underdog.
Okay.
But I would probably favor him to win this one.
What round do you think it's gonna go out in?
Huh?
You think it's gonna go decision or?
No, I feel like someone's gonna get knocked out. Both these guys, man, I don't see it going to decision whatsoever.
Second round.
Someone's getting knocked out. Someone is. I mean, Volkov's going to easily knock out Paul Craig. I mean, I'm not trying to write him off. I just feel like you're fighting in London, you're fighting the crowd. Everyone's, when you fighters from a hometown, you're fighting that energy. Yeah. Granted, I mean, anything can happen in a fight, but I'm favoring Paul Craig in this one.
Honestly, it's up in the air with heavyweights though. It doesn't usually always end in a knockout.
Well, light heavyweight, yeah.
Yeah, light heavyweights.
So, usually it does. If I'm having a parlay, I would pick Paul Craig just to get my numbers up in the parlay. But they have Molly fighting. Did you see the last London card?
No, I didn't get a catch.
Oh man, so Molly,
out of town actually.
Molly, she's a big favorite on this card, but she's riding this wave. Last time they were in London, she knocked out her opponent by spinning elbow, and dude, I've never seen a girl get knocked out so viciously. It was brutal, out cold, like just no movement whatsoever. Stiff. And Molly hopped the fence, started pounding some howler head, going crazy with the crowd. And I'm like, dude, I cannot wait for this fight.
I love when a fighter does that, man.
Oh man, she's a huge fan. Oh, yeah. Hopefully she can keep her head straight and focus. Because Hannah's no joke. It's gonna be an interesting fight. I'm definitely picking Molly on this one. Just riding that train.
What round do you got it in?
This one could go to decision. Hopefully she's not headhunting, because that, sometimes when a fighter is doing that too much, you can get caught. right? That's my hope. I hope she just sticks to the plan, because even if she gets a decision, the crowd's going to go crazy, right?
Oh yeah.
Especially because they're fighting in her hometown. Next fight, we have Nikita versus Alexander Gustafsson.
Oh, I'm riding with Gustafsson. I don't know why, man.
They have him as an underdog.
That's been my boy for a while.
No, and he had one of the greatest fights with John Jones.
Oh, yeah.
We have not seen him fight in such a long time.
Was it? You lost to Cormier decision. I mean, wasn't
Yeah.
Cormier was one of his biggest losses?
No,
Jones?
I mean, he fought in
Jones twice, lost both. I think he won the first one.
the fighter went to BKFC. Anthony Johnson.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He got knocked out cold
Yeah.
in his hometown by Anthony Johnson. So,
I mean, I'm still rolling with Gustafsson. That's my boy. I haven't seen him fight in a while.
ooh, it's tough because I have not seen him fight in a long time. And
Pulling some magic out.
yeah, Nikita is a minus 200, so he's a favorite, not a mega favorite, like a big massive favorite. But I mean, hopefully Alexander can keep it at a distance, because that's where he excels, right?
Yeah.
And he's not fighting like
It's pretty good.
a super crazy knockout artist. So, that's an exciting one. I'm glad to see Alexander's back.
I can see it going in decision.
You can see it going to decision?
Yeah.
I can see that too.
Yeah.
I can see that. Then we have Patty the Baddie versus Jordan Levitt, man.
That's gonna be a good fight.
Oh, have you seen the trash talk between these two?
Yeah, I've been loving it, man. It's exciting.
Did you see? I don't know if you saw their posts or their pre-fight interviews. They were talking about their victories, what they're gonna do if they win.
Oh no, I didn't catch that.
Let me see if I got the video. Yes, I do. Here we go. So let me get your reaction on this one.
Knock him out and twerk on him afterwards.
Yeah, finish the fight, twerk, go home.
Is there a chance you twerk over him if he gets?
I want to teabag him, lad. I want to teabag him like it's Modern Warfare 2.
Oh yeah.
For the uninitiated at home, what is teabagging?
So I'm gonna teabag him like Modern Warfare 2.
You want to do like COD?
Just squat up and down like I'm on Modern Warfare 2, lad.
Thank you for clarifying.
Dude, if he pulls that off, that's single-handedly greatest.
Man, so we're gonna see someone twerk or someone teabag during this event.
I end up seeing a teabag.
I cannot wait, man. This fight alone could headline this card.
Oh yeah, I'm riding with Patty, man.
It's crazy. Everyone's writing off Jordan. It's crazy. It's crazy to me because have you seen his fights?
I've caught one, but that was about it.
Dude, man, it's funny because you see him fight and you don't think he's gonna I'm just seeing it as a fan. I watch your fights and I don't think you're gonna win, and then all of a sudden you get a knockout. You pick the dude up, slam him. It's crazy. This guy's really, really good, and it's one of those fights where I'm like, they're writing him off. And how crazy would it be if Patty gets knocked out and you see this dude twerking in front of your, in front of your people?
Oh my God! Honestly, either win, whoever wins this one, is going to be exciting. Just for that celebration alone.
Just for the celebration.
Just the celebration alone. But I could picture this fight being exciting, like being an amazing fight.
Oh man,
right in the middle. I want to see them both stand in the middle.
Wait, I cannot wait to watch this fight, man. This is like a pay-per-view night for me, man, and it's free.
That should have been the headliner right there, though.
Which is crazy because I mean, they have it as a third fight leading up, because then we have Jack Hermanson versus Chris Curtis, and they have it pretty much even on there.
Oh yeah, but I mean, Patty is one of the. I mean, on the whole fight card, he's maybe
he's the main event.
Yeah, he's the biggest one everybody wants to see right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And look at Curtis Blades is a plus 110, slight underdog.
Okay.
And Tom Aspinall is a minus 130, slight favorite. So I don't know. I don't know who's going to win that one.
I said I was riding with Curtis on that one, but
yeah.
That, like you said in the beginning, that one's kind of up in there.
If Tom wins, I'll say this: if Tom wins, he's gonna win by knockout. If Curtis wins, he could win by knockout, but I'm leaning more of like a dominant decision, more of a wrestling.
Yeah, where he's just keeping him on the ground. He's dogging him on the ground.
Not keeping on the ground, but just dominating positions, trying to get submission wins. Because that's Curtis Blades' bread and butter. He has the striking. Don't get me wrong, but the way I see Curtis Blades winning, avoiding Tom's power, I guess you would say.
Yeah,
it would be dominating on the ground and getting that decision win dominantly.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and Tom is the young buck though, so
yeah. So we don't know.
Yeah.
I think they're having him as a favorite because they're fighting in London, but that's just me.
It's like experience versus the one coming up.
Yeah, prospect. Yes, yes. But man, I'm excited. That is going to be a fun night. Definitely looking forward to Patty the Batty for sure.
Oh my god, I want to see a teabag, dude. I want to see a teabag go down. I mean, I would laugh. I will hop online and start playing Warzone.
You want to do a little bet?
How much?
Oh, who do you got?
I got Patty.
You got Patty? $5. I'll go with the other guy.
Just a little $5.
A little $5?
All right, I'll do it, yeah.
All right, cool. $5, man. All right, man. Well, shoot. Well, I want to thank you again for coming out, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, brother, man. It was fun.
Definitely, man. I appreciate it. And hopefully we'll have you next week.
Oh, yeah, for sure, bro.
All right, man. Well, with that being said, we want to thank you guys for checking us out. Enjoy the fights today, which we're going to have this episode up on Saturday. So enjoy the fights. And once again, congratulations, Jason. And we want to say, we love you. We appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe, do everything. And we love you. On to the next one. Love you guys. Bye.
Here we go. At the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go,